practically the native speaker, I guess. Oh boy, I shy. Oh man, it's so dry. My throat's so dry. People are watching the recording. Anon is gathering his thoughts and his energy. His chakras unite. As Anon makes the boldest move he ever will. He will tell Nasser his name. And then we jump cut to the smooching. Snoot versus Snoot, baby. Let's turn on some music, actually, because it's a little quiet. Asking why I let it happen. A question I had begun asking myself. My inability to move on my own with a plan or function in the first place turned to anger. Not on Nasser or what had happened towards myself. Don't feel like you have to explain that one, buddy. Why? Why? Why am I so goddamn... I'm pausing. You are not actively pausing. You paused, and then... Whatever. I slowly looked to see Doe and Warden looking at me, with Olivia appearing... Stop! The word choice of this man are aggravating. Away as if in deep thought. You alright there? I go on autopilot, sounding... Why are they both here? Okay, let me... Hold the phone. You can have one character who cares, who is interested, who's emotional, and make that Doe. And Doe is the one who shows up when Anon has someone... Just pick a fucking character and make them do it. Don't have two characters show up. Have one character show up. Give that character some personalization by virtue of the actions they take in the course of the fucking story. Jesus. You don't need two people to ask one question. Yeah, just gotta go to the bathroom. I move on autopilot. My snout closed shut and my sharp teeth gritted. Careful, I know, you're gonna start grinding them, and then you'll have a chipped tooth. All the while, I was still feeling as if I was back there, just stuck with my back against the tree, with nothing but hatred I had against myself to keep me company. I mean, that was like 10 seconds ago, Anon. That was literally the last scene. And before long, I was taking it out on the unfortunate punching bag, fist after fist meeting it as my partner said something. I thought you were going to the bathroom. Why are you in the fucking boxing ring? I didn't hear him, my roaring heartbeat deafening my ears, my punches growing in ferocity until a giant hand lands on my shoulder. That is enough, Coach McHale says in a surprisingly somber and soft voice. Punching bag is dead and partner is scared. I blink before looking to see that this was indeed the case. The punching bag having ruptured as industrial cotton spilled out. Anon, you fucking goober, don't use your claws! Shit, I must have accidentally barred one of my not one, like your whole fucking fist, man. One of my sharp claws. Surely I couldn't have been punching that hard. No, if you're punching, it's fine. You were specifically told, fold your fingers in, thumb on the inside. What claws? Santa? Yet even more concerning was my partner who'd been holding it still. Or rather, holding on for dear life, snout pressed up against it, as his eyes remained wide. Ooh, my partner. Why can't the partner be Jeremy, or like Warden, or like a fucking person you know, so you can develop their characters by having them be in the scene and do something? Like, this is how you write, is you just have characters conveniently in places so you can work with it. Oh, it's just a random character. Then why is it here? Why does the scene take place here if you're not going to use the scene and the characters that would... This is efficient writing. This is what happens when you edit your story, when you have to rewrite stuff, is you trim it down. Yeah, aren't punching bags usually filled with sand or like very cheap stuff? Instead of wool like a fucking plushie? Unless industrial cotton is something special. I don't know, but it just sounds like fucking wool. Industrial wool is good for minigun handles. Doesn't burn. And this Triceratops was bigger than I was. Stop being a fucking Chad, Anon. Go sit. Catch your breath. Somehow I felt like it wasn't a punishment I was being given, but rather a break. Hearing the worry in the Ankylosaurus' voice, I sat down on the bench, briefly seeing... Why are you describing him as an Ankylosaurus and then you just use his name? That feels so weird. Like calling someone as the human's voice, as I said, I don't know. It's a weird impersonality you're adding to the scene. It works on its own, but it doesn't work if you sequence it like that. It's kind of rude. Unless it's normal. Maybe it is. Honestly, I always had the impression that the reason Inko and Anon called dinosaurs by their species is because that's just what they do. I always imagined that to a dinosaur, your species is fucking irrelevant. You're just a dinosaur, you know? You're one of the boys. Elbow rubbing. Fiberglass as a little bit of trolling. It turned out the thing that cut the bag up was all the fiberglass jostling around in there. It's filled with asbestos. You know, for fun. For kicks. For a brief lark. I like asbestos. Doesn't burn. Pretty heavy. Also makes me breathe weird. Seeing Coach Mikhail peered. Why is he peering at him, at his stepson? Wouldn't he be, like, staring or glaring? Or, like, glancing over and sharing an... Come on! Safi, stop. He's already dead. You can only dissect a frog so much. I want to get the veins out. Okay. The lesson carries on. Shouldn't it drag on, considering how annoyed you are? And I watch on the sidelines, the students sparring until the hour ultimately passed. Warden approached, backpack on as he peered down at me. I don't meet his gaze. He's not gazing, he's peering. That's different. It is. Those are different words for different contexts.
Hey, Adam, wanna get going?
I slowly nod. Except...
No.
Coach Mikhail speaks out, handing me a broom.
You must include intros for punching bag.
I appreciate that Coach Mikhail is actually talking about intros and stuff. You know, a little bit of a mixture up. Oh, yeah, that.
I can't wait.
Warden tries to offer, but I cut him off. Nah, Warden, just go home, man. This will probably take a while. It's one punching bag. Where the fuck did this cotton end up? The Allosaurus briefly pauses before nodding.
Alright, then I'll see you tomorrow.
Can people nod anything other than slowly? Can't he give you a confident nod and trust in you? He's been your friend since, like, first grade, man. He can give you a confident nod, or a sorrowful nod. He can show some empathy to your situation instead of, like, going slowly, okay, I guess that's what's going on. Characterization. Maybe he's worried because you just fucked up a punching bag. For someone who likes to write how people's snouts look, or looking at people, linguistic limitations. I swoosh my hair dramatically in the wind, as my English teacher tells me I failed the class. Yeah, I mutter. More like a mutter than a murmur. Murmur, again, is like a low din of a room. He leaves the gymnasium, and I let out a sigh, getting up from my seat with the broom. Only have it taken away almost immediately. I lie. Coach Mikhail admitted. I clean Hugo Spar. I blink. With Whomstead. Whomstead. I then look past the Ankylosaurus, see Jeremy in the ring. The Giganton Snootosaurus waving his boxing gloves. Headgear already on. Considering that, just a tiny detail, you can just say that he has his headgear. I don't know. You could say his boxing gloves and headgear on. I don't know, you just kind of, you're satiating the word without needing to. I don't even know what Jeremy sounds like. Hey, grab your gloves and your headgear. We'll do a quick match before you go, he happily called. I paused to look at Coach Mikhail. The Ankylosaurus giving a reassuring... Wouldn't it make sense if Jeremy held the thing or Warden held the thing? Especially if Jeremy is going to show up later in the scene. Have him hold the thing so that he's additionally nervous and kind of wants to talk to him. I don't know. Just so you can set up the scene to more efficiently communicate character emotions and connections. I don't know. I don't get why you're using random nobodies. Especially since Anon and Jeremy have a history. Wouldn't they trade together more? Ah! It's like someone told him, no, that's not realistic. It's like, fuck you. It's a book. Books have to be worried about efficiency. And characters. Every extra adds a little overhead. Yeah, listen, I've punched a punching bag. They are not... Even if you have tight claws, at most, you might get a tear or two. It wouldn't just fall apart. Anon would have noticed its damage way before it starts spilling. I paused to look at Coach Mikhail, the Ankylosaurus, giving a reassuring nod as he walked off with the broom. I then turned back silently to approach the ring. Picking the gloves off and strapping my headgear in, protective padding over my snout. I guess that makes sense, but that's just weird to think about. As in, it feels... the way I imagine it, it feels uncomfortable. Because, like, the way headgear for humans works is it just covers your cheeks, you know? You would have a tooth guard, of course. All right, are you ready? Sure. His glove goes flying against my snout. You know what? How many times is Snout used in this? 26 times! I mean, it's a big chapter, though. Oh, shit, we're halfway through. We're almost there. We're not going to make Chapter 8, I'm sorry. Oh, we've been at this for 2 hours? Fuck, time flies when you're absolutely miserable from a variety of reasons. Dang. My eyes widen, just barely able to dodge as he nicked the side of my head, jolting me to focus. Jeremy doesn't give you the chance to register what had happened before I receive another hit, having to try to guard it rather than dodge. And because of my smaller frame compared to his, I stumble to the floor. Come on, man, you wouldn't have tried to guard that. Don't you mean shouldn't? Weird. I scowled, familiar anger building me as I rose back up. 'Cause you... You know, I was going for heavy from Team Fortress 2, not knowing that you were going to pick up fucking chuckle nuts. Think fast! Think fast, chuckle nuts! He yelled and pushed on, my eyes widening. You fell to the ground! There are rules in boxing, dude! This time I dodged back to create distance, seeing Jeremy approach me with his guard up as my maw tightened. It'd be neat to talk about like how a Gentanosaurus would, for example, maybe be like heavier in the top. I don't know what a Gentanosaurus looks like. Considering the creature, I imagine that he would be a bit more top-heavy. He'd have strong legs, but he easily gets caught up in his balance shifting. Or maybe he has a strong sense of balance. He just has difficulty moving. You know, he might have strong legs, but because his body is so statuesque, he can't lean in and maneuver quickly. He has to rely on this stable positioning. I don't know, something he can work with. Especially since we're already doing the fucking giant heads, tiny arms thing, and big necks. Like I said, Liz's neck has a lot more potential than that story's willing to go in on. In terms of using the space of an environment. You know, like being on a roof and it's just fucking up there. Body down there, you're up here. We're in here and she's the sheriff. I threw a punch, despite knowing it would easily block it. Jeremy absorbing my fist. Oh shit, I guess we're twinsies now. Before letting out a tusk as he shook his head. Personally, I know you're supposed to put like quotation marks or something behind this, around this. I don't like that. It just always feels so busybody-y. And you would have normally gone for the feint rather than just try to, like, blindly hit me. Oh, wait, no. And you would have tried to normally try... Ugh, whatever. Okay, now I was fucking pissed. The edges of my snout curling up to show my sharp teeth. You better be A, wearing a tooth guard, and B, you dumb motherfucker, better not be biting someone. As I seethe in anger, rushing forward to deliver uncoordinated hits. I imagine that, like, if your teeth are that sharp, like, human teeth can bite shit, right? They can hurt, they can tear ears off. I imagine that, like, the rules are, don't bare your teeth, wear your tooth guard. If your teeth show, fuck off. Calm down. It's boxing. We're here for fun, kids. Also, I want you to beat up that guy I don't like. Meet him up in the parking lot, we just start jostling. Jeremy just as easily blocking them and retaliating with his light jabs, striking in my headgear as I didn't try to... Considering that he's heavier than you, his light jabs are probably pretty good at knocking you off balance. Snout fling to the side as I moved into a particularly rough punch. The more I tried to force an opening, the more I ended up getting hurt myself. Yet I still kept going, not even bothering to stop. I deserve this. Why the hell are you so angry? Anon is awakening to stand. He's about to go to Pizarro. Yeah... But that's because I like writing... I like supernatural, high-tech stuff. I like characters being confronted with the exotic and unknown and having to reconcile themselves with it. Like with Fang. Like, oh man, Fang, here's mind control as a solution to your problem. And they're not really interested, and they think you're kind of weird for it. And even Anon's like, I'm not sure what you're trying to do here. I just like that stuff. Isekai, let's put some fucking magic in. Fucking Near Olivia, the Noovers. I just like that little edge to make reality a bit bigger than it is, you know? I like reality being a little stretched around the corners. Why the hell are you so angry? I realized Jeremy was yelling at me, his snout contorted into a snarl as he guarded another strike, landing another jab into spat out.
What are these fists for?
The question I think of as I fight with even more ferocity, picturing a dumb, bold, faceless human as my opponent, knowing that it made no difference, because that was just me who had messed everything up. Jeremy paused as I stared down at the floor of the ring. Saliva dripping from my panting smile as the deafening sound of my heartbeat became too loud to hear. I exploded. Fair. I don't know. I prefer describe what Anon is feeling. Explode is a bit plain, you know. Say the volcano erupted. Something snapped. I couldn't hold it in anymore. It feels too plain for a man who's about to scream in all caps. Especially if he feels it coming. It has to come out. I'm so damn useless. Everything I've done hasn't changed anything. What the fuck are you talking about, man? Oh shit, I spat on my screen. So, in the original verse where he comes from, right? Was Olivia a thing? Like, how is he in a different universe? Is it reset? Like, these are the questions that, again, you know what I want to touch on? Because they muddle your story like crazy. I threw a powerful left hook. The Force, I hate this fucking trope. I hate the trope of character gets really angry at a personal revelation and starts beating up the other guy. I hate it. I hate it for one reason. Listen, I like a good fight scene. I love a good fucking ass smacking. Getting mad does not help you in boxing. I'm sorry, it just makes you predictable. Especially since Jeremy clearly has the advantage in terms of experience and size. I haven't changed at all. There was a lull in the fight. How? I'm pretty sure Jeremy's just like, are you okay, man? Jeremy, having paused me before he let out a sigh, raising his gloves again. What the fuck is this? The damn priest in the universe reset thing. God damn it. Why you gotta bring that up? Why is he saying then forgive yourself? Because you're a fucking mess right now? Jeremy, what's your angle? Jeremy, what's your goddamn angle? You and Anon are like in a boxing club, but you have had no scenes that justify this. Like, remember, Jeremy was like, hey, Anon, you're very mature for your age. This turnaround of Anon being immature and screaming and punching wildly is like fantastic material for Jeremy to go like, what happened to you, Anon? What happened to you? That moment, Jeremy threw the straight right punch. I saw my chance. Hold on. Actually, I don't know the fucking quote. Something shinderu. I don't even know what shinderu means. Oh, I might have actually said the right fucking... But there's like a whole fucking... There's like a line that's like all goofy about it. Anyway, please remember...
Sploosh.
Thank you, Sploosh Man. Coach! Coach! Anon's tweaking again. Jeremy's eyes widened as my blue glove arrived at the side of his cheek. Arrived is such a weak word for a powerful fucking punch. Impacted, crashed, destroyed. Just give me a power word, man. Arrived. My punch eventually arrived. Took a sweet fucking time. And with all that, all my hate and anger and rage, embrace the dark side, Anon. My counterattack hit with the force of a car. Why don't you put that fucking up here? As a loud crack was heard in the shit. Put that up here! And then... A second passing as we stood there before Jeremy collapsed to a kneel. Quick, Anon! You have to revive him before he... My eyes blinking as I suddenly panicked, realizing what I just done. Twitter links done. Ah, fuck. Hold on. Let's hope. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Held. There are no held. Shit. can't. No. Sorry, Dave. They are not showing up for me either. I can't find them in the usual spots. Is that like a section that holds on to spam comments? No. Nope. Contains questions. What a weird thing. Power word, fall. You can't just tell your opponent to kneel. That's not how you box. Jeremy, are you? He raised the glove, slowly standing back up as his glove rubbed the side of his headgear. The protective padding slightly bent. I didn't know the padding could bend. I always thought it was kind of squishy. Jeez, that bad, huh? I paused for a moment while slowly nodding. Just nod with some joie de vivre, my man. Or look away. No, you would peer away, wouldn't you? I like how he slowly stands up, he slowly nods. Can someone in this scene do something with any measure of expedience other than punching? Come on. Like, you can describe that he's doing it slowly by saying that he stumbles or he struggles to get up. But, like, I'm bored. And, like, I'm gonna say it again. Living Memories has some serious word choice issues, but it keeps it fresh. It works within its limitations a little better. Also, it's fucking crazy, and it perfectly matches my desire for stories to be a little bit fucked up and supernatural. Makes me want to kiss things. Safi, stop making out with your screen. It's my screen. I can kiss it if I want to. The Giganotosaurus took off his headgear, a slight bruise on his scaly cheek. That's fast. Doesn't that take a moment? Yeah, take off your headgear. Let's talk. I do the same, yet winces let out a pain seethe. My entire head stung with how much I had been hit. Why is that an exclamation point? Oh, because he says God, excuse me. But I soldiered on. No, he's a scout. Sitting beside Jeremy on the edge of the ring. A few seconds pass as we stare at the empty bench before he speaks up. So, he paused, as if trying to find the right words. Sorry, I'm, fucking bad at this shit. His honesty earns a smile from me as I rest my arms over the ring. I mean, you did beat the shit out of me beforehand, so whatever you have to say can't be much worse. That's just it, though. He looked up, Coach McHale still cleaning the gym floor with the industrial cotton mist. If there's one thing Mr. Misha, my dad, taught me, it's that sometimes our fists can be used to speak it and communicate words. Things words can't. He snorted. It sounds fucking stupid, I know. But considering we use ball language all the time, I'm finding it more and more true lately. He then looks at me. Your fist had a lot to say. Mostly his face had a lot to say as you punched it. He sighed. Anon, you can't keep fighting for yourself. I blink at Jeremy's word. Oh shit. Scary Dave is being a cheat. Ah, it fucking deletes it! Oh! YouTube, you motherfucker! Hold on, Wait. Oh! I found something, Scary Dave. Hold on. Scary Dave, hold on. Scary Dave, try again. In about a minute or so. I put you on the approved users list. This might help. It says, hold on. Approved users. Comments from these users are automatically published and won't be filtered for blocked links, blocked words, or potentially inappropriate content. These users will also be able to send messages in live chats when the live commentary participant mode is on. I think that might help. There are a bunch of hidden users, and I don't know who most of these people are. I forgot. I don't even have block links set to on. It's just doing that without my permission. Oh shit, I can set guidelines. Sorry, I always forget that it starts on live chat. I don't know what my... I don't know what the... Oh, shit. We gotta finish... Hold on. We gotta finish this chapter. I'm not... I mean, I've heard of being your own worst critic, but to be your own worst Street Fighter? Shook his head. I won't pretend I know what you're going through, because I don't. But, I do know one thing. He crossed his arms. Take it easy. Take it slow. Leave the hard and fast hits for the world to take out on you. But don't add your own fist to the insult. Jeremy then paused. Does that make any sense? I hate it when characters have, like, a cohesive statement, and then they're like, I don't know. I hate it. You don't say shit like that, and it doesn't make sense. You've been in this boxing group for a while, buddy. I paused, really considering his words. Like, he doesn't even say anything too, you know. Try it again. No dice. Are you fucking shitting me? I'm tempted to give Dave ultimate power, but I don't know if it'll actually help at this point. I think YouTube just really doesn't like this man. What the hell does this mean? Wait, I can block ad categories? What? I'm probably misunderstanding. That doesn't make any sense. No, I can't find anything, buddy. Sorry to tell you. Oh shit, I just found a setting that I really like. Boop. Well, sad to see that Scary Dave. You know what, fuck it, Scary Dave. We're making the sacrifice. We're taking the devil's bargain. I don't know if I'm gonna like this, but we're gonna have to do it. Okay. Scary Dave, try again. No. Scary Dave isn't trying to post in the chat. He's trying to post somewhere else so that I can see the links. He's posting a big post. Alright. Fuck it. We need to finish this before bedtime. And I have, like, what, 45 minutes? We gotta go.